For people like Stephen Shore, who has autism, it was sometimes hard to let his parents know what those desires were.
I remember when I was about 4 years old, I was playing with my brother on a swing set. And we were playing, and we were doing parallel play, which means we were just doing similar activities together, but not doing anything with each other. And I decided to hang upside down by my knees across a metal bar. And that metal bar was incredibly cold, and that frustrated me to no end. And since I didn't have the verbiage to say that, what I ended up doing was running over to a flagstone and banging my head. And that's a common cause of self-abusive behaviors, and that is failure to, or an inability to communicate one's wants and needs. Whereas most children just would have said, those bars are really cold.
In time, Stephen's parents found a powerful way to connect with their son.
When I became nonverbal at 18 months, my mother and grandmother and other people would sing to me a lot. And of course there was always music in the background. So I've been engaged with music since I was very young. And then my first formal experience with it, with lessons, started with piano instruction at 6 years of age. And they didn't work out too well because you had a typical teacher teaching a person who wasn't typical at all and that learned differently.
Stephen decided to improve that situation for future generations of autistic musicians.
One reason why I teach people on the autism spectrum to play musical instruments is because it provides a very valuable real-life skill that they can use to integrate into society. It's a very typical thing to pick up your trombone or your trumpet and join a community band or orchestra, and it's a great way in.
Music has also been important to Stephen's personal life. He met his wife when they were both music students at Boston University.
After a while, she invited me to a Chinese New Year's party, and my liking people from other cultures and liking to eat, I was all there, so I went.
When you met, could you communicate well in English?
Somewhat, because when we met, she had only been in the United States for about 18 months, so her English wasn't that good. And for people on the autism spectrum where verbal communication is often a type of second language, I guess the both of us were sort of used to finding other ways to communicate and other ways to find out what the other person wanted. So that may have even been an advantage to being on the autism spectrum.